Hello everybody, it's Bobby Nugget here with my friend.
Rossie.
Yeah, now, hi guys, I'm back after a 2 to 3 month absence, and various really bad videos. So I'm gonna be trying to do this, often, if you like it. Now, this is a podcast that I'm doing, and it is currently unnamed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you guys wanna name it, give me some ideas.
What would you... Okay. What are odd podcasts? All podcasts are weird. What do normal people call their podcast?
I don't listen to a lot of podcasts.
No.
The only podcast I really listen to sometimes is called Deep Balls by Brandon Rogers. They get into some weird stuff, and it can get kind of disgusting at times. So I'll just skip over those parts. They have one episode called Love and Poop. You guys should go watch it.
Gosh. Promoting a channel that doesn't need promoting.
Oh no, he really doesn't.
It's you that needs promoting.
Yeah.
The only podcast I watch is Off the Pill. Off the Pill by Brian Higa. I probably butchered his name and my entire life.
I mean, yeah, that's the only way I've ever heard of it. So yeah, today we will be talking about beginnings. Because, that's, because it's the beginning of this podcast.
You're so far away from the mic. Could they hear that?
Hopefully. So, do you have any beginning stories, Rosie, that we could start talking about?
Beginning of what?
Of anything. Just the beginning of something.
Well, there was nothing, and then God said, "Let there be light."
That's debatable.
It's the only beginning I could think of. Well, there was a Big Bang. And
that's
planets
also debatable.
Woo-woo. Okay. I don't think there's a beginning that's not debatable.
But, well, there's, facts. For example, when I started the beginning of kindergarten, at least for my school, they split it up, so only, half the class would come the first day, and then the second day, only, the other half of the class would come. Yeah. So you just kind of, eased into it, and then the full class would come on the third day. So, the first day that I came, it was all of the special ed kids.
Aiden, no.
So, I was in there with all those guys, and I remember it very vividly. And we didn't do a lot. We sat at the dark green table, and we colored a lot, and we talked a little bit. A lot of them didn't like to talk, but a few of them did, and I didn't get along with them very well. And then, the second day, my friend Kalia showed up, who I'd been friends with from before, because she lived just down the street from where my mom lived. And so I was like, yay, I have friends. And then I made 2 more friends. That was my friends for kindergarten.
Good job. I don't remember. Okay, I remember one friend I had from kindergarten, and I remember her because she had the same name as my mom. My mom's nickname is Candy. So I met her, and I was like, oh, your name sounds like Candy. And she was like, don't say that again, or I'll tell the teacher. And I was like, I'm sorry, your name sounds like Candy. And she immediately put hand in the air. She was like, teacher.
What was her actual name?
Candace. And she was just... And as a small child, I was terrified of getting in trouble. So she was like, teacher, she called me a name. The teacher just glared at me, and I have that image imprinted in my brain. I could probably draw it.
No, when I was... Oh, I have lots of stories of when I was in second grade.
Why second grade?
Oh, I was crazy in second grade. I don't know why. But that was in second grade was the only time I've ever cheated on a spelling test, and so I had the list,
Aiden.
And I was sitting there at my desk, and I had it in there, and so I was just sitting there writing down the words, and I was going way ahead of the teacher. He was calling out names, and he saw that I was way ahead of him, and he looked over, and he saw that I was copying down names. So he walked over, and he's like, Aiden. I look up, yes, terrified. I'm like, yes. He's like, give me your test. You get a 0 on it, and go sit in the back of the classroom, because he had a desk in the back of the classroom he had to sit at for the rest of the day if he got in trouble. That I cried, and I've never cheated on another test since then. I felt terrible.
I don't know how elementary school teachers do it, because little kids take everything you say so seriously, and they'll cry over just about anything. As like a teacher, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be like, why is this tiny human freaking out again?
Same. I think it was in like 3rd or 4th grade. It might have been 5th grade. Whatever. One of the like older elementary school grades. Do you know Leo Wagner? Probably don't. He's another freshman.
Oh, actually, is his sister? Yeah, that was the right term. Is his sister Charity Wagner?
No, it's a different
Oh,
Wagner.
no, okay. Should we be saying their full names?
Yeah, we should. Hey, Leo, if you're watching this, I highly doubt that you are, but I'm calling you out. In like 4th grade,
Okay.
he got in trouble for talking, and he sat there and just bawled, and everybody would like look over at him, and he was just like sitting there crying because he got in trouble for talking. And the teacher was like, you see, this is why you don't talk to Leo in class, because when he gets in trouble, he cries, and everyone was just like panicking.
Gosh. Well, okay, when I was in 2nd grade, I lived in Louisiana because my family's in the military. And there, when you got in trouble, they took a paddle to your backside. Now, okay, I will say
Capital
this.
punishment?
Yeah, I will say this. Because the laws had changed, you had to bring a permission slip home for your parents to sign and say it was okay for the teacher to take a paddle to you. My parents did not, thank heavens, but I was still terrified. And, like, honestly, I remember this one kid was whispering in line, and our teacher was fed up. And she just beat him for, like, a solid 5 minutes.
For a solid 5 minutes.
I did not talk in her class ever again.
Oh, that's great.
Not even when we were supposed to. I was like...
Oh, I have a story of another beginning. It's
Okay.
the beginning of the end of my innocence.
No, Aiden. Here we go.
It was in like 5th grade, because in 5th grade they do the health class.
Mhm.
I remember for when my older brother had to take it, he took home a like slip for the parents. The parents had to sign it. If the parents didn't sign it, the kids didn't have to go through the class.
Right.
They skipped my grade. They didn't give us the permission slip. They're like, you guys are doing it. They
Oh.
did it again for my younger sister, but they didn't do it
What
for
the heck?
us.
No, we got permission slips, and my mom was like, haha, no.
Yeah, no, so I had to go through it, and that was quite awkward.
Yeah, why do they do it that young? Like, because
I-
at that point, I
I
feel like
don't-
it should be your parents that are telling you. Maybe if
Yeah, I
you're in,
don't
like,
know.
9th grade.
At the beginning of the course, our teacher, Mr. Crowder, he said, now some of the more intense questions I won't answer, and you'll just have to ask your parents. But he answered all of the questions.
Well, what was he expecting from, like, what did you say? It was 4th or 5th grade?
It was 5th grade.
What
Yeah.
was he expecting from 5th graders?
I don't think he was expecting that much.
Oh.
Even though he retired like 3 years later, so he had been teaching for quite a while. He like my uncle had him as a teacher.
Yeah. Well, I mean, little kids, they don't know boundaries.
Yeah.
So-
It was.
Are you okay? You're just, like, looking into the distance. Like,
I am. I'm staring off into the distance.
you guys can't see him, but he's just, like, staring blankly at a wall.
Yeah, I tend to do that. No, it'll happen all the time where I'll just be like sitting there like silently staring off into the distance, like thinking like very deeply about something, and then I'll come back, then I'll like snap back to reality, and I'll find out that I was staring at someone or something,
no.
or like I'll be like sitting there like staring, and I'll like look around me, and I'll see that someone else is staring at me, like staring at something, and they're like you can see the look of bewilderment on their face, like why are they staring at that item so intensely? Because I've been told that my face, like when I just rest and just stare off into the distance, can be intense. So yeah, so like if I'm like staring at like a stuffed chicken or something across the room, I think this happened one time. And then like a few minutes later, like my brother was just like, "Aiden, do you like not like that chicken or something? Like what is up?"
Oh my gosh.
Like I don't know.
When my resting face, I just look my face most of the time looks mad, and then I feel bad because I'm not genuinely mad at people. But everybody thinks I'm mad, but nobody's scared of me because I'm not even 5'1". So, oh, that reminds me of a beginning story. The beginning of when I lost all hope to be tall.
I'm sure this
yeah.
is a good story.
So I was at the doctor because I don't remember exactly what was going on. I think I had like, routine checkup or whatever. 'Cause my parents are great parents. Bring me in once a year. I hated it. But why did I say that like they don't do that anymore? Okay. So, yeah, guys, my parents don't love me anymore. No. But I was at the doctor, and Dr. Crow, he was a friend of our family, but, so we were doing, like, height and whatever. My mom was like, oh, yeah, he can look at your growth chart. Growth chart. Okay, and I should say that I've always been abnormally short, and doctors have always been concerned about it. Like, when I was 5, I went into the doctor's.
Oh, hold on, guys. It's 4:20. Sorry. Okay, you can continue.
Thanks, Aiden, for that wonderful update. So when I was 5, I went into the doctors, and they were like, "Your child, there is something wrong." And they're like, I had to do like dozens. I had to do several blood tests, and they were just like, "What? Nothing's wrong with your child. Is she okay? What? We
How
can't
could they
find
tell
anything."
that there was something wrong?
Because, okay, to give you an example of how short I was, I didn't start outgrowing toddler-sized clothing until I was in 4th grade.
Well, okay.
Yeah, and now I'm, and sophomore and just barely 5 foot. But I went to the doctor when I was in like 6th grade, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we can look at your growth chart and see how tall you get." And he came back, and I was like, "How tall am I gonna get?" And he's like, "You'll be incredibly lucky if you reach 5 foot." And I don't think that's gonna happen. But the joke's on you, Dr. Crow. I'm over 5 foot. I'm like 5.5 feet. So.
Well, that's good.
Take that.
You beat the odds. It's one of those like incredible success stories. You're not gonna live another year. Lives for like 5 more years. You're up at the level of like
Whoa.
Stephen Hawking.
I need an entire movie series about this.
Yeah, like 5 movies.
The beginning of my movies. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry.
Well, I think this is just about as much time as we have for now. We might possibly go longer in the future, but right now, this is just a trial. So, like the video if you liked it, and if you liked it, possibly give us a title name. I think I might have a few. And yeah, so bye guys.
Watch, please.